Hi, everybody. It's your girl, Sugar and Spice, aka Denise, aka D, or whatever you want to call me. Anyway, so I am in La Paz, Mexico, which is the motherland, the fatherland. My dad's from here. Anyway, so yeah, I came to visit, and every time I'm even near Mexico, my intuition, I guess if you want to call it, just goes crazy. And I just get a ton of random or seemingly random downloads of information. And this one in particular has been following me for a little while there. So I figured it was about time to share. The first time that I received the download that kissing is a ritual was back in February. I didn't really understand it then. I was just like, that's really romantic. Got it. Okay, great. I'm not kissing nobody though. Um, and so it didn't really come to me. I didn't really connect the dots until I was on an island called Holy Ghost here in Mexico, La Isla del Espíritu Santo. And as I was sitting there with my toes on the sand and, near the ocean, that's when I was like, oh, no, I get it now. Okay, so I've been on this kick that, for lack of a better word, I'll call conscious living. So I've been trying to live more purposely. I'm trying to live on purpose, to put it in the simplest of terms, meaning I wake up with purpose. I drink water with purpose, meaning, I don't know, it depends on the day, obviously to hydrate, but sometimes I'm like, you know what, with this water, I want to connect my mind and my heart. And I'll drink it, and as the cold water flows through the warmth of my body, I try to visualize the connection between my mind and my heart becoming one. Little things like that. I've been really trying to live on purpose, or with purpose, whatever you want to call it. And so I've been having a hot girl summer. I've been having a hot girl summer, and I finally connected the dots that kissing really is a ritual, and kissing is part of conscious living. And I know a lot of you ladies are super into the twin flame thing and your soulmates, and honestly, me too. Like, I want to be in love. Like, it is what it is. So I wanted to definitely bring this, I guess, awareness of kissing as a ritual to you guys. But I also didn't want to speak on something I wasn't 100% sure about. So I opened up my own Akashic records to ask them. So some of you don't know, but besides being a tarot reader, I'm also an Akashic records practitioner. If you don't know what it is, I'll leave a link somewhere on my website or my Twitter about the Akashic records, because that shit is sick. Anyway, yeah. So I went into the records just to kind of ask for more details. So if you guys see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at the notes that I took while I was in those records. All right, so let's get started. Kissing is a ritual as part of conscious living, which means living with purpose, living on purpose, making small, mundane, routine decisions with purpose, on purpose. Okay, we're there. We're there so far. Great. Okay, so kissing. How is it a ritual? Well, when you kiss somebody, you're exchanging energy, which it seems pretty obvious to me, but it might not to some of you listening. But when you're kissing somebody, when you're shaking hands with somebody, when you're hugging somebody, you're in their auric field. The auric field extends 18 inches all the way around you, above you, below you. So if you're sleeping next to somebody within 18 inches of you, then they're like hella in your aura. Anyway, the same can be said with kissing, which I felt that part was obvious. Now, what makes it unique is the unique position of the mouth on the body. The mouth sits right between the mind and your heart. And many believe that both are connected through the throat. So because of the unique physical placement on the body, kissing can become a really important ritual and exchange of energy. Now, to kiss another person with intention is a powerful form of development and also manifestation. Now, manifestation, probably not in the way that you think though. Like, can I manifest abundance by kissing a rich person? No, like probably not. But what you can do is you can kiss somebody that you love with the intent to release fear. So if you kiss somebody that you see as brave, your daddy, your mother, somebody that you think is fearless, and you kiss them with the intention of becoming more brave yourself and releasing your lack of faith and replacing it with only faith, etc., then yeah, in those ways you can manifest abundance. But it's not a direct manifestation, you see. So kissing as a ritual is more about liberation and release than it is about manifestation. So a great example of this is the first time I got a download regarding kissing as a ritual. My roommate was having a really hard time at the time. He was going through a lot of like self-conscious things, or I don't know, just like stuff. And I weirdly had a dream where he urgently shook me by the shoulders and asked me to kiss him. And I was like, yo, that's, I don't know. But I did, because I felt his urgency. I was like, oh, this is something I should do. So I did. I kissed him in my dream, and from his mouth, like inside his mouth, grew a lotus flower, and it was huge and it was purple. And right away, even though I was asleep, right away I understood the meaning of that dream, because when I kissed him, I tried to dissolve his own self-criticisms. I took the criticisms from his mouth and I alchemized them into beauty, into a flower, into something that's alive, that grows with purpose. See where I'm going here? All right, cool. I hope everybody's with me so far. Anywho, so does the type of kiss matter? The records were like, no, but yes. So let me elaborate on that. If your manifestation is meant to be thorough, then you want to kiss your person longer. Like at this point, full making out, because you're putting your all into it. So if you're looking to manifest abundance, first you have to put your all into releasing your unworthiness or your disbelief that you'll ever have it, which can be really challenging. So by kissing somebody who you believe is fearless or who you believe already is joyfully abundant, that does a lot more for you than empty prayer. Because at that point, you're replacing fear with a loving exchange of energy, because a kiss is loving energy. So this is like deep enlightenment. So like if you guys are losing me, I'll DM me or something, and I'll try to make it clearer. But I hope everybody's with me so far. It is so much easier to work within your physical body for manifestation and liberation than it is ritual work. Now, I'm not knocking ritual work. I know great people that do ritual work, but I do know that the most thorough transformations and the most thorough and quickest pace are what comes from nature. Just you, yourself, and what you've got going on, you know? So I don't do a whole lot of ritual work, but when I do, it is with my physical body. I tend to put my physical body on the line a lot. Kissing kind of came to my attention because I'm having a hot girl summer. It is what it is. And so I realized, I was like, oh, now it makes sense why the timing of that. Anyway, all right, cool. So what is it useful for? I already said it's more of release and liberation than it is for manifestation. So manifesting can come as an afterthought of first releasing the negative feelings. Now, releasing through a kiss doesn't mean you're giving them to the other person. It just means you're using the loving exchange of energy to replace the fear that you've got going on, or the anxiety, whatever it is that you're looking to release it. It doesn't mean that the person's going to absorb it unless that is your intent. So that begs the question, can this kissing ritual be misused? Yes. like any other ritual, can be misinterpreted, misused, and used for your own personal agendas. So watch out for that. Don't be that person. I'm not giving you the tools to go manipulate anybody. I'm just trying to help you guys know what I know so that we can all have hot girl summers and be conscious, purposeful about it. Is there a difference between the masculine and the feminine kiss? Yes, the feminine works faster. But both are powerful. So men kissing other men, men kissing women, y'all can do this too. But feminine energy is the driving force behind this. It's what makes it real. So tap into your feminine side. Make sure that loving exchange of energy is tender, is thorough. Because if your manifestations require effort and you want them to last, then kiss slow. Kiss slow, take your time with it, be real romantic, nurture it, love it. If your kiss is urgent and getting a little desperate, then you're still kissing somebody in fear. You're not kissing somebody with love. So it doesn't really do anything except double your fears and anxieties. So again, it's all about the intention. Please, please, please remember the intention. Repeat it as you are kissing someone, but be present with that person in the moment as well. So let's see. All right, so I asked the records, I was like, so what's the whole point of me publishing this? Why can't I just keep this to myself? Well, it's to normalize physical, I guess, affection among peers, among platonic relationships. Being able to kiss your parents and not be weird about it. Being able to kiss your friends and not be weird about it, etc., etc. It's to normalize the human physical exchange of compassion and empathy. You know, putting an arm around your friend, etc. And I really think that message was more for the masculine presenting energies. I don't think they have as much leeway, or they feel that they don't have as much leeway as women do when it comes to holding hands with your friends on the beach for a cute Instagram picture or whatever. So I think this is more, weirdly, for the men than it is for women. But anyway, I'm just delivering the message. So let's see. As always, have caution and use discernment. Yes. All right. So does it matter if it's romantic or platonic? No. What does matter is the amount of honesty in that kiss. So if you're holding back, if you're hesitating as you are kissing somebody with your affirmations in mind, it's not going to work. It's not doing anything except involving another person in something you're already fearful of. So that's where, again, you have to be conscious of what you're doing. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so some examples. Because you know me, I was like, I don't get it. So I had to ask for some examples. So some examples that I got were, if you want to learn how to sing, kiss a singer. And I was like, that sounds made up. But guys, I tried it. And I can honestly say I got a little better. I know that's super weird and it sounds impossible, but it happened. And I was like, great, now I wanna learn Portuguese. A bitch is gonna go kiss a Brazilian, and then I will report back to you guys. But anyway, so whatever attribute you're looking out of the person that you're kissing, do so with love and consent. Please, for the love of God, consent. And yeah, you can both engage in some kissing magic. I think that's so awesome, and I think that's lovely, being able to, release fear through kissing somebody that you love and admire because they're brave, because they have something that you're a little lacking in right now. I think that's great. I think that's beautiful, and it really makes sense once you think about it, and I hope I'm doing it justice by explaining myself here. So let's see. Okay. So one point that the records really did want to drive home, because I was like, honestly, this could have just been a Twitter thread. Why do I have to put it on YouTube? Well, because they want me to stress the importance of creating small miracles in our daily lives. And when you kiss, as a ritual, it becomes a small miracle of exchange of empathy and compassion and genuine love, friendship, romance with the person that you're kissing, mutual respect, trust. It allows you to be vulnerable and open, which in turn allows the right energies that will help you bring your releases and your manifestations into fruition to come into your heart. And again, the mouth is uniquely situated between the heart and the mind. So because it is uniquely situated, it is so important to use it, really, to use it with its purpose. So yeah, turning this into a small show of miracles in our daily lives, being able to kiss somebody and see it for the divine ritual that it really is. Now, is it possible to perform a kissing ritual meant for you to give and not absorb? Yes. Again, the intent and the consent has to be there. I've kissed my friends' foreheads with the intention of dissolving their anxieties, calming their overactive minds, without them having to absorb anything from me. I just went and dissolved their bad things or whatever. So it is possible. The same cannot be said for sex. Now that is a whole different topic of conversation, so I'm just going to leave it at that. The same cannot be said for sex. If you have sex with someone, you're absorbing and you're giving. Period. What else? Let's see. Yeah, so conscious living, etc. That's all they really wanted me to touch on, is how even the smallest things we do, like a casual kiss for the camera or whatever, can become rituals if you live with intent. Discipline with your diet, that is intention. Drinking your water after whispering for half an hour, you are financially abundant, or you are the baddest bitch, and then drinking it. All of that really does make a difference in your intuition, in your art, in your craft, in your life. So I think this was a really dramatic way, an attention grabbing way that they wanted me to speak on living with purpose, doing things on purpose, not just on autopilot or because you have to. And if you have to, find a way to freak it, find a way to make it your own. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's about it. I think I made it all the way through, except for you can also use kissing as a ritual to alleviate physical symptoms of sickness, which makes sense because, you see mothers kiss their babies' boo-boos all the time. Yeah, it turns out that shit is real. So give it a shot. Let me know if you guys have any questions. This is the first download that I really wanted to share because I was like, this is really easy and we can all use it. It's hot girl summer, so let's act like it, right? But yeah, so that's me from Mexico. I hope this helps. I did want to show y'all my tattoo. Such a look. Anyway, okay, so I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my vacation, but make sure you subscribe. If you guys have any questions, drop them. I'll answer them eventually. I look at them pretty often, the replies, comments, or whatever. And share this with someone. Share this with someone because I've never seen anybody talk about this before. And I want people to talk about it. So let's talk about conscious living and the creative ways that we can make all of life, every moment, a small miracle, and bring all of our godly power back to ourselves. All right, so Sugar and Spice, that's me. I'm in Mexico. Bye.